Please welcome our next presenter, Jen Andrews from Mealshare. Jen?
One in 4 children in San Antonio is food insecure. This means they wake up with little to no food in their pantry and no idea where their next meal is going to come from. On the other hand, 1.5 million meals are eaten out in San Antonio every single day. So what if we could turn our dining out into helping out? Hi, my name is Jen Andrews, and when I'm not taking care of my 3 kids and waiting to get this bun out of the oven, I run Mealshare here in San Antonio. We partner with restaurants by placing our logo next to a few menu items. When a customer orders one of those menu items, they get their meal just like normal, and we provide another meal for a youth in need. It's a buy one, give one. The cost for the customer doesn't change. So you're gonna get your meal just like normal, but now you can feel great knowing that you've also provided an entire meal for a child in your community. Partner restaurants donate for each Mealshare item sold, and then we use that donation to purchase a meal through our charity partners. Here in San Antonio, we're partnering with the San Antonio Food Bank's summer meal programs, where kids can go to get the nutrition that they need, as well as receive opportunities for physical activities, social connections, and education on healthy eating. What makes Mealshare innovative is that we're not just asking for a handout. Restaurants want to partner with us because we provide a unique and meaningful experience for their customers, increase staff retention rates, and provide marketing for the restaurant. And by placing our logo next to a few specific menu items, restaurants can actually sell more high-margin items. So for you and I, Mealshare makes obvious social sense. And for our restaurant partners, it makes business sense as well. And it's working. Since launching in Canada in 2013, we're now in 10 cities, have over 500 partner restaurants, and have donated over 2.5 million meals to youth in need. In the next 5 years, we'll be in 30 different cities with over 15 million meals donated. So tonight, we're asking for $40,000 to launch Mealshare here in San Antonio. In the next 3 years, we'll be able to donate over 300,000 meals to youth right here in San Antonio, and another 200,000 every single year after that. But it gets better. Once Mealshare is established in any given city, we become self-sufficient. So part of the revenue generated by our partner restaurants goes to operate Mealshare. So your one-time investment is going to be able to provide support and meals to San Antonio in perpetuity. With your help, I know that we can turn San Antonio's dining out into helping out. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen. Great job.
Thanks.
How many partner restaurants do you currently have, if any, and do you plan to expand past the food bank to other partner nonprofits?
We do. So currently, as a whole, we have about 500 partner restaurants. That includes all the major cities in Canada, and we're also in Austin. We currently don't have any restaurants here in San Antonio, so that's kind of my job, is to be the catalyst to kind of get things rolling here. We're just hoping to get that started, and then we've got plans to expand after San Antonio to Houston, Dallas, and just kind of go from there. The sky's the limit, because right now Austin and now San Antonio are the only cities in the U.S.
Out of the 500, are they mostly local restaurants, locally owned restaurants, or are you partnering with some of the larger chains in the States?
They are. Currently, they are the smaller, locally owned mom and pop restaurants. We are hoping to expand to the big, huge chains. That's just something that's kind of come in the future. Right now, it's easier to get a meeting with a local owner or GM of a restaurant as opposed to a whole corporation. But that is the ultimate plan, is to be in both.
So the money that, if you got the $40,000, would that go to staff? How would that be directed, and it would stay here in San Antonio? Would this be run from San Antonio or nationally?
Yes, so I am the one in San Antonio, so I run everything here. The 25,000 goes to launch in San Antonio, and then we're hoping for a little extra to help with the Houston expansion and Dallas. With the 25,000, once we get about 50 to 70 restaurant partners, that's when the city takes over and the revenue runs Mealshare itself. So the initial 25,000 is to sort of get into the city, get exposure. We're hoping to do our grand launch in March, so I'm hoping to get a bunch of restaurants on before then. And then once we get, like I said, the 50 to about 65 or 70, then the city's self-sufficient and we can move on to another city.
Talk me through the self-sufficiency part again, because that in perpetuity is pretty amazing. How does that work again? I missed it.
Yeah, so let me think here. Pregnant brain, I've got to think how to answer this one. No, you're good. So once the restaurants generate, the certain amount of revenue, we for every dollar that's donated, 70 cents stays local, and then some of it goes internationally. We actually donate to our partner charities in Africa as well. Most of it, for anyone here that's wondering, is going to stay locally in each city. And then once we get to a certain amount of restaurants, that number's already been hit, and then it just sort of spirals and rolls over. I'm not sure if that makes sense. It makes sense in my mind, but I don't know if I explained it well. Thank you so much, Jen. Thank you. Thanks, guys.